Welcome to our show, Immigration Briefing. Today, we kick things off with a groundbreaking announcement from Albania. Prime Minister Edi Rama has revealed plans to grant sovereignty to the Bektashi Muslims in Tirana, aiming to promote moderation and tolerance, much like the Vatican. This initiative not only highlights Albania's historical commitment to peace but also aims to foster global religious tolerance through the Bektashi Order, which represents a significant portion of the Muslim population in the country. Next up, we delve into the story of Ezekiel, a guest worker from Papua New Guinea, who came to Australia full of hope but now faces the harsh reality of homelessness. Under the Pacific Australia Labour Mobility (PALM) visa scheme, Ezekiel's situation reflects the serious flaws in the system, which leaves many workers vulnerable to exploitation. As he pleads for assistance, his story underscores the urgent need for reforms to protect workers and ensure their rights are upheld. Finally, we turn our gaze to Germany, where Chancellor Olaf Scholz's Social Democrats have achieved a narrow victory over the far-right AfD party in Brandenburg. This win is significant as it reflects the shifting political landscape and the ongoing concerns regarding immigration. As the SPD continues to navigate these challenges, this election outcome could have broader implications for voter sentiment across the country. Please stay tuned for more detailed insights. The Toronto Star, in a groundbreaking announcement, Albanian Prime Minister Edi Rama revealed plans to grant sovereignty to the Bektashi Muslims, a Sufi Islamic order, transforming them into a self-governing entity akin to the Vatican. This initiative aims to foster moderation, tolerance, and peaceful coexistence in a nation known for its religious harmony, where Muslims, Catholics, and Orthodox Christians cohabit amicably. Rama highlighted Albania's rich history of humanitarianism, from saving Jewish refugees during World War II to sheltering Afghans fleeing the Taliban. The Bektashi Order, which represents about 10% of Albania's Muslim population, views this move as a significant step towards global religious tolerance, with plans for a leadership structure that emphasizes spiritual guidance over political power. Australian Broadcasting Corporation, Ezekiel's journey from a hopeful guest worker in Australia to a homeless individual underscores the dark side of the PALM visa scheme designed to fill labor shortages in agriculture. Initially arriving with dreams of a better future, Ezekiel found himself trapped in a system that left him vulnerable to exploitation. After leaving his employer due to mistreatment, he lost his visa status and fell into destitution, struggling to find food and shelter. His plight is emblematic of a larger crisis affecting thousands of temporary migrant workers who face risks of abuse and modern slavery. Community workers in regions like Griffith and Leeton are overwhelmed as they attempt to provide support, while reports reveal systemic failures in the PALM scheme that leave workers abandoned and without rights. Telegraph, in a crucial regional election in Brandenburg, the Social Democrats, SPD, led by Chancellor Olaf Scholz, successfully fended off a challenge from the far-right Alternative for Germany, AfD, party. This victory is a significant relief for Scholz, whose popularity has been waning, and it signals a rejection of the AfD's anti-immigration rhetoric that has gained traction in recent months. Brandenburg, a historical stronghold for the SPD, has been a focal point as public concern over immigration rises amid recent extremist incidents. The election results reflect a broader national sentiment, as the AfD had made substantial gains in other eastern states, raising alarms about the party's growing influence in German politics. CBC reports a tragic incident at Hamilton steel maker ArcelorMittal Dofasco, where a worker lost their life while on the job. Vice President Lisa Marcuzzi expressed the company's devastation in an email, emphasizing the importance of supporting the affected family, friends, and colleagues during this incredibly difficult time. While the company is cooperating with authorities for an ongoing investigation, they have refrained from sharing further details about the deceased worker or the circumstances surrounding the incident, leaving a cloud of sorrow and unanswered questions hanging over the workplace. In a striking shift from his previous term, Yahoo US highlights Donald Trump's renewed focus on mass deportations as he campaigns for a second presidential term. Although his past efforts fell short of the ambitious goal of removing millions of undocumented immigrants, Trump is now proposing a more detailed plan that could involve invoking wartime powers and deploying the military. Legal experts suggest that while there may be fewer legal barriers to his proposals, the logistical challenges and potential pushback from military leaders could hinder their execution. With the complexities of immigration law and the potential political ramifications, including tearing families apart and exacerbating labor shortages, Trump's plans raise significant concerns and skepticism about their feasibility. Yahoo US also features a fantastic deal on the Travelin anti-theft messenger bag, which is currently available at a 60% discount. This stylish and functional bag is designed to outsmart pickpockets with its cut-resistant mesh barrier and locking zippers, ensuring travelers can explore without fear of theft. With ample storage space and RFID blocking compartments, it has garnered rave reviews from over 6,500 satisfied customers. Many travelers praise its practicality and security features, making it a must-have for anyone looking to keep their belongings safe while on the go. Despite some minor criticisms regarding strap comfort, the overall consensus is that this bag is the ultimate travel companion, providing peace of mind at an unbeatable price. The Sydney Morning Herald reports that Australia is facing a significant increase in asylum claims, hitting a 6-year high with over 117,500 individuals currently awaiting decisions or deportation. The lengthy processing times, which can extend up to 5 years, have created a backlog that not only delays genuine refugee cases but also allows individuals on temporary visas, such as students, to exploit the system by applying for asylum as a means to prolong their stay and continue working in the country. While the Labor government has invested $275 million to address these delays, the situation remains dire with more than 25,000 new applications in the last financial year, the highest since 2017-18. And over 80% of claims being rejected. The immigration system is under immense pressure, and experts warn that the delays are detrimental to those with legitimate claims, leaving them in prolonged uncertainty. In a stark warning from The Telegraph, former Tory MP Nadhim Zahawi expressed that Europe is ill-equipped to handle a potential influx of 500 million migrants from Africa, particularly from regions south of Libya. He predicts that migration will emerge as a dominant challenge to Western democracy in the coming decades, emphasizing that the sheer number of people seeking to migrate could overwhelm public services and social structures in European nations. Zahawi's remarks come amid a backdrop of rising inward migration to the UK, where 1.2 million people arrived in 2023, primarily for work. He also highlighted the need for a serious parliamentary debate on immigration, cautioning against the polarization of the issue that often equates discussions on illegal crossings with racism. The Globe and Mail highlights Alberta's unprecedented population growth, driven by an influx of newcomers, making it the fastest-growing province in Canada. Premier Danielle Smith has attributed the strain on social services to lax federal immigration policies, while simultaneously announcing an $8.6 billion capital spending plan to address overcrowding in schools. Despite her criticism of the federal government, experts argue that the province's own immigration campaigns contribute to the rising numbers. Alberta has seen significant growth from both interprovincial and international migrants, with a notable demographic shift as more families and older individuals settle in the province. The government anticipates continued growth, although it may moderate in the coming years, reflecting the ongoing challenges of adapting to a rapidly changing population landscape. CBC reports on the alarming situation faced by Chris Oliver, a New York farmer living near the Canadian border, who has become a reluctant witness to a surge of illegal crossings. His farm, once a peaceful homestead, has transformed into a transit point for men, women, and children making clandestine journeys from Canada to the U.S. Over the past few months, Oliver's trail cameras have captured nearly 48 crossings in just 1 week, highlighting a troubling trend as the U.S. Border Patrol intercepted over 8,000 individuals in the area during the summer months. The increasing frequency of these crossings has left Oliver and his family feeling uneasy, especially after a recent incident involving a suspected terrorist apprehended nearby. As law enforcement agencies grapple with human smuggling networks, Oliver's family remains on edge, concerned about their safety amidst this unprecedented influx. In another story covered by CBC, a Quebec couple, Pierre Lemay and Natalie Bissonnette, find themselves heartbroken after China abruptly ended its international adoption program, leaving their hopes of bringing home a little boy they have been connected to for years in limbo. Having navigated the lengthy adoption process and established a bond with the child, their dreams were shattered when China announced that only blood relatives would be permitted to adopt from abroad. Lemay expresses deep concern for the boy's future, fearing he may not find a family due to his special needs and age. Adoption experts note that China's decision reflects a broader trend where many countries are re-evaluating international adoptions, often resulting in fewer opportunities for children in need of homes. While some see this as a positive step towards prioritizing local adoptions, others worry about the fate of children caught in the transition. The Toronto Star highlights Arizona's upcoming ballot measures on immigration and abortion, where Republicans aim to leverage public concerns about illegal border crossings to counter a potential surge in voter turnout focused on abortion rights. The GOP has introduced a measure aimed at empowering state law enforcement to crack down on illegal crossings, which they believe will resonate with voters seeking action on immigration. Meanwhile, a citizen-led campaign advocating for abortion access has garnered significant support and financial backing, indicating a fierce battle for the hearts and minds of Arizona voters. As both measures head to the ballot, the political landscape remains tense, with strategists from both parties acknowledging that while immigration issues may mobilize some voters, the abortion initiative could attract a more diverse electorate, including young and first-time voters, potentially reshaping the state's political dynamics. Associated Press reports that the Arizona Supreme Court has made a significant ruling allowing nearly 98,000 voters, whose citizenship documentation was not confirmed, to cast their ballots in the upcoming state and local elections. This decision arose from a long-standing database error that incorrectly categorized these voters over 2 decades. The court sided with Secretary of State Adrian Fontes, who argued against disenfranchising these voters, stating that they had registered under the assumption they were citizens and had complied with the law. Chief Justice Scott Timmer emphasized the importance of not denying citizens their right to vote, especially with the general election approaching. In a separate matter, CBC highlights the tension between the federal government and Saskatchewan regarding the relocation of asylum seekers. Premier Scott Moe has firmly stated that Saskatchewan will not accept additional asylum seekers without substantial federal funding, similar to the $750 million allocated to Quebec. Moe and his team have expressed concerns about the capacity of the province to accommodate these individuals, emphasizing the need for adequate housing and services. The federal immigration minister countered these claims, asserting that the provinces were involved in discussions about managing asylum seekers and that Ottawa was not planning to impose unprepared relocations. Overall, the situation reflects a broader debate on immigration and asylum policies in Canada. While there is a recognition of the need to support asylum seekers, there are also concerns about the adequacy of resources and the legitimacy of claims. Advocacy groups, such as the Saskatoon Open Door Society, emphasize the importance of not criminalizing those seeking asylum, framing it as a fundamental human right. As the federal government seeks collaboration with provinces to address these challenges, the complexities of immigration policy continue to unfold across the nation. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.